Two-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty, the golden voice of Neal Ruhl, and the iconic Terry Foster. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 welcome back, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward
Big
Sports D. Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, T-Foss, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. You know the squad that we're rolling with here on a Thursday. And look, we got a lot of stuff to get to here today. Action-packed show. Certainly we're going to mix in the Detroit Lions. Certainly going to mix in some football. Anything happen in hockey last night, D-Mac?
Couple things. It looks like the officiating at 90s rules. There was the Ryan Reaves said, and we'll get into this because we got a big show in the second hour, right? But the thing, it was a clean hit. In my day, that was nothing. I mean, I seen Slava Kozlov get destroyed by Scott Stevens, even worse. Paul Kariya in the final. Like, I mean, it's not about that. My whole issue that we'll talk about is I was told by the NHL that they care about head injuries and it was about head contact. So it's not about the hit. Yeah. And in fact, you know, like what do you expect? That's what Ryan Reaves does. Yes, a lot of things to cover. I was in the Twitter universe last night with a few people, so I don't have a problem with the hit. And in fact, it's his textbook of a clean open ice hit. But we'll talk about the second hour. Is what you saw there is what you're taught when I was younger, is you don't go through that part of the rink with the puck with your head down, no matter what. Because there's trains out there, Terry.
I like when D-Mac turns into old guy. If I had gotten the hit, I just would have brushed off the ice chips and just kept on going.
No, I would have been slobber doctored too. I would never have the puck in that part of the ice.
That wasn't your game.
That wasn't my game.
These children today can't take a little hit.
And I told D-Mac, next time we play the Wild, Stevie, give me a one-day contract. I won't be scared. I'll go at Revo. I know he's a big animal, but I'll take him
Game
down.
day addition to the roster, a Spencer Raxter, no minor league career hockey played to speak of, but he's here tonight.
Most career hockey experience is one beer league game in net. I'm 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, shout out to Ben Sherratt, because in hockey, it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you show up. And, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but... yeah, I mean, that's Ryan Reaves doing his job. That's what that guy does. You can't allow him to do his job. But, again, bottom line, they lost the game. They lost the game, and they're doing things. And right now, like I said, injuries. Okay, we've talked about it earlier with the Lions during their season. But it's no excuse, but we're in it right now. And I like to look at it, Neal, a little bit like, you know what? A little bit of a bonding. Coming together, the hard times forges the diamonds, right?
But it looked like the second straight game that they got choked out. They really couldn't generate anything, and they just kind of.
But it was nice to have a goalie not give up 6 goals. That was pretty cool. He hung in there.
In the game, did you get my tweet right away when you saw him starting?
100%. Yeah.
Did you think about me and what I said? Did you think about?
I said it's all coming together.
There you go.
But he did make a huge mistake, and he got lucky on it.
That happens, Terry.
When he went out to play the puck.
I'm just trying to tell him that he's not perfect.
I didn't say he was going to be Edmonton Oilers' Grant Fuhr.
He's not looking for perfect. He's looking for different.
There you go.
Looking for serviceable.
Yeah. I'm looking to not be nuked by the middle of the second period. That's all I'm looking for. They weren't.
Are we going to come up
Mission accomplished.
Are you going to come up with a nickname for Dead Ned or something?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if he comes back.
Okay.
We'll see.
Because in baseball, you got Dead Red. The Lions have Dead Ned.
Detroit Dabber 313. Third goal was soft, Neal. Yeah, but it wasn't the 5th goal that was soft or the 6th goal that was soft. Like, Christ, I'm not expecting this guy to be Ron Hextall, man. I'm not. Just keep me alive in the game. He did. You go play at Minnesota, you give up 3 goals, you're giving your team a chance. You're not dead in the middle of the second period. So mission accomplished. That's what I'm looking for. They had back-to-back games. Someone had to play. They want him to play on Saturday. They want Husso to play on Saturday. I knew everybody was going to do this. I knew. Oh, you gave up a soft goal, Neal. Like I'm expected. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
I love when you riled up. You know what? This is perfect for me.
You want to keep it rolling? All right, then let's keep it rolling then, because I do want to get to this. We do have a big show lined up for you. Our guy, Brent Brennan, San Jose State football coach, checking in about 10
That's how you
minutes.
get all these West Coast games right. You're talking to the
I'm talking to the
That's
coaches.
his due diligence,
It's
you
insider
guys.
trading.
Get on board 31-9. Get right pick.
And it's not even about that.
80% on
Terry,
the West
They're
Coast.
playing Eastern Michigan in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl on Tuesday on ESPN.
That's right.
No, we are going to talk to Brent Brennan. He's a good guy. He's fun to talk to, everything like that. Jay Feldman and Karen Newman will be here in studio as well, your friend.
Absolutely. I was trying to think, how many times have I stood there and listened to Karen Newman sing the national anthem? It's probably
Do you hear it?
thousands.
Do you hear it, or are you like zoned in?
I sing with it.
Do you really?
Yeah, oh yeah. You got to get. It's part of
The Canadian one or the American one, or both?
Oh, both.
Okay.
Both. But I'm really. I've heard the American one a lot more.
Yeah.
Right, but it's part of your pregame. For a lot of us, it's sort of the anthem sort of gets you dialed in. You have that anthem, whether you're starting or you're on the bench, to get yourself ready. It's part of your last little mental pregame, and it was always cool that it was Karen Newman for so many years.
I got in trouble because of that, because I said the Canadian national anthem is prettier than the American one.
It's easy.
It is. Yeah.
I mean,
But you can't. I guess you
Woodward-
can't say it.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread.
I think the Canadian
Or
national
chat
anthem
bowl.
is probably one of the easiest to sing.
Yeah. Which
Well, the
anthem? Which
American
anthem is
is- it's
prettier,
harder.
the Canadian anthem or the American anthem?
I think the American anthem's better. Like
American
greater.
anthem is like we'll
More
kick
of a-
your
it's
ass.
got more of an ass.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the
Right.
American way.
And Canada's like, hey, we're your buddies. Come on over, have a beer. Hey.
Absolutely, hospitality.
And
Hey,
you know what?
neighbor.
And
Hey,
not
buddy.
and not
Hey,
the
buddy,
beer
buddy.
we serve over here. That Canadian beer, where the hops are like flowing out the beer.
We're inviting you over, and we are getting you shitty. All right. So that's
wow.
the thing, is that we don't mess around up there.
Yeah.
No,
We
you
may,
know,
we may ask you to bale some hay or shovel some snow, but that'll all work. You'll be rewarded.
It'll all work.
my first Canadian beer, I swear, there was some hay in the beer. They don't play.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Pete Smith. Will Karen sing Christmas on Woodward Avenue? Ironically enough, she'll be here on Woodward Avenue, but it won't be Christmas, so all the conditions aren't there. Go to Amazon Music or wherever you get your music, and you can go ahead and cop that one. So that is out there. We will talk to them coming up about 11:30 or so. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to Karen Newman. I'm sure D-Mac's got stories and everything like that. That's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll... and we'll get involved. We'll get into all of that. Looking forward to it. But here's one thing, and this came across Twitter yesterday. And since you like it when I'm riled up about this too. All right. Jamison Williams clocked in as the fastest wide receiver in Week 14 at a top speed of over 20.3 miles per hour. 11 months ago,
Cheetah.
tore his ACL. 20.3 miles per hour. Are we finished? Are we finished with the Brad Holmes only drafts injured players? Brad Holmes only drafts hurt players. Are we done with that? Are we done? Get it? Tell me, are we done with it? Because I was told he only drafts hurt players, and you, Terry, you told me, well, the Lions have a history of drafting hurt players and they never do anything.
No, they do. They have a history of
Yeah, do they have a history of drafting an injured player that comes out and is the fastest wide receiver in the NFL, an NFL that contains Tyreek Hill as well?
That would be no.
Then are we done?
I don't know about the people, but I'm done.
But it does not, obviously, that gives you proof. That shows you, okay, everything that we've heard, or that even I know Braylon Edwards, being a wide receiver here, had said that the injury, and we talked about this, that it wasn't as severe. The due diligence of everything, the doctors and whatever else. I mean, this was the play all along, and this is the result of it, and this is what we expected, and here we go. Get you excited moving forward. But numbers right there, Neal. That tells the story.
That's
Those
science.
are facts. Those are truths right there. So your guy, Brad Holmes, just likes to put his draft picks on layaway. That's all it is.
Hey, dude, that's what we used to do. We couldn't afford the stuff, so we put it on layaway, just go about our business, and then 6 months later, put the final down payment. You had yourself a nice suit. That's what the Lions are doing.
And you know what? Brad Holmes' layaway, it matures. right? They get out there and they produce. You look at, Josh Pascal's another one being taken high in the draft. So, yeah, Neal, to your point, that any Brad Holmes slander out of anything is slightly under the Steve
and I never got it anyway, because set aside those draft picks and look
right,
at look at what his people were doing. You know what I'm saying? But
you have to understand the poor mentality of the Detroit sports fan. They have seen guys drafted and know
I understand that, but Terry, emotion shouldn't impact fact and your understanding of fact.
But he wasn't playing. They didn't understand why Brad Holmes did this. And I'll say it one more time. You have a lot of fine football players in the NFL. You have few playmakers or difference makers. J-Mo, completely healthy, is a guy where when you put him on the field, you don't say, okay, here we're going to take what the defense gives us. You're going to say, no, we're going to take the shit because this dude is so fast. The defense has to adjust to the Lions. That's why you draft that guy. That's why you take that risk. That's why you're like, okay, he's going to miss the first season. Cool. But this dude's going to come in and be a monster next year.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. This should elicit some response. Our guy Brandon Katz. Brad Holmes gets no credit for drafting Jamison Williams. He was the best receiver in all of college football. It was an obvious pick. But Brandon, he had to move into position to do that.
20 spots.
Yeah.
No. He gets a lot of credit.
Yeah,
don't tell me he doesn't get credit.
You're talking about same old Lions. They would never have made that move and yet go up there and get the guy. They draft a receiver and he'd be a bust.
Yeah, they would have drafted
no, you know what the old Lions
Jermaine
would have said? They said, we really like this guy, but damn it, we can't get him. We're not in position. Brad Holmes is
you
like,
think he'll drop to 32nd? Right? That's what they do.
That would have been
Maybe
their
they'll
hope.
fall to us.
Paul Thomas says, Brandon Katz, was that a joke? This is the Brad Holmes Network. It is. I'll do a 24-hour. I'll do the CNN Fox News of Brad Holmes Network.
Yeah, does that guy think Brad Holmes doesn't deserve credit? I don't understand.
BHN. All Brad Holmes all the time. I'll start right now.
I'm good with that.
I'm a stand for Brad. Come on, bro. 2 drafts.
Couple stands up here. You got a Stevie stand. You got a Holmes stand.
T-Foss.
I put those two more in the same category. And obviously Troy Weaver, too. You believe in what he's doing, but you still got to see it.
Yeah.
No. Stop it. I can't tell you, because I was on the front line with the stupid Lions. I can't tell you how many times I was at the Silverdome or this facility in Allen Park, and they said, man, yeah, we really like this guy. But we were 2 spots off. We couldn't get him.
All right.
Brad Holmes was 20 spots off, and he got him.
When we come back, we're going to talk to a guy we really like as well, Brent Brennan, the head coach of San Jose State. They're playing Eastern Michigan out of the MAC Conference in the Idaho famous Potatoes
I like Eastern
Bowl coming up. So, hey, well, we can talk about it. A lot to talk about with him. He came on before the football season, and I'm going to take credit for all of their success when we come back. You don't want to miss it.
No, Lady Jane's, let me tell you what they got going. Lady Jane's, the Wicked Awesome Wishes, and Jeff Okuda from your Detroit Lions are getting together and giving back this season to families and underprivileged children. So if you know a child or family that is underprivileged, go to wickedawesomewishes.org. You can sign up or donate today. Next Tuesday, we will have the pleasure of being over at the Lighthouse in Oak Park, giving out hats, socks, Christmas cheer, haircuts, clothing, everything. A lot of the Lions will be there. Okuda, Tracy Walker, Malcolm Rodriguez, Will Harris, and a lot more, along with your Woodward Sports Network staff. So, congratulations, Jeff Okuda. Wicked Awesome Wishes. Remember, Lady Jane's haircuts for men. 7 days a week, walking anytime. It's Wicked Awesome.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock. to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
All right, time to talk about Phillips. No, not driver in the 1941 Indy 500, Overton Phillips, but Michael Phillips, of course. Looking to buy or sell your home, whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That is 313-403-0011.
Hey, Sam Flannel Phillips.
Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. And right now, as promised, we are joined by the head coach of the San Jose State Spartans. They had a very, very good season, tied for second in the Mountain West Conference, went undefeated at home, and they will square up with the Eastern Michigan Eagles in the famous Idaho Potatoes Bowl. That's Tuesday at 3:30 on ESPN. Coach Brent Brennan joining us. And Brent, look, I'll say it like this, my friend. I'm not going to take the credit for your success this year, even though you did come on preseason with us here. And
yeah,
the
do it every year now.
Yeah, it set the tone for the season. I'm not saying that we're taking credit for it, but those statements are factual. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we look at it, you guys this year went through a lot. Let's just say it like that. And DMAC will get into that coming up in just a couple seconds with you. But, as you guys get ready to roll here, you're part of the bowl season, man. You guys got bowl eligible, and here you are.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. That's something that hasn't happened here a lot, and we've been fighting our butts off to do it. In 2020, when we won the Mountain West, the bowl experience was something totally different, right? We were in COVID. We were locked in a hotel in Tucson, Arizona. We literally could not leave. We didn't get to practice in our stadium leading up to it because everything was pushed back. So this has been an awesome experience for us. And the truth is, Spartans going to 2 bowl games in 3 years hasn't happened since 86, 87. So we feel great about where we're at, and we're excited for this game.
Coach Brennan, thanks for joining us again. Congratulations on a great season. Good luck. You're going up against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. But what I wanted to talk to you about is when we talked to you earlier in the season, you were talking about building the culture and some of the guys you have. And with all that you guys as a team went through this season, including the death of a player. If people don't understand, you had a death of a player. What does it say about this team to accomplish what you guys have accomplished?
This is a really special group of kids. We've been through a lot together. This year, losing Camden McWright was just the worst experience I've ever been through, and any of my time in football. And it was like that for the team too. And I think the team being together was something that helped them deal with it and work through it. And it was it's still hurting us, and it's still something that we think about and talk about every day. And I don't know that it's I don't know that time really heals this one. And so what our players did, coming together, continuing to push through it, continuing to do the work, I think they found some healing in being with the team and being with each other. and also knowing that's what Camden would have wanted, was for us to get back to work and get back to pushing and trying to be better and trying to improve. So that's just what we did every day, and continue to love each other and care about each other and help each other work through a hard time and losing someone that we loved and cared about.
I was at the press conference when Chris Creighton at Eastern said, "I'm going to turn this program around. Trust me." And most of us said, "Okay, whatever, bro, whatever you say," because Eastern has not won in football in many, many years. Now, you helped turn the program around. I don't know if you could say this, what 3 steps or 5 steps must you take to try to turn a program around that has struggled?
I think that question is different at every school. Every school has its own challenges and its own benefits, and you're trying to navigate those things successfully. For us here, it started with us believing we could. So trying to infuse us with some belief and some energy and some confidence. And the way you get to that was by investing in the classroom and the weight room. For us, that was a really simple place to start. Like, how do you measure achievement in the off season? We did it with academics and weight room. And so then continuing to build our brotherhood and continuing to, have conversations and do kind of breakout sessions and do a bunch of, kind of that woo-woo stuff that everybody thinks is hocus pocus. But for us, it's been galvanizing. For us, it's been game-changing because we're connected on a deeper level. And I think that's why our players play hard for each other every week.
Brent Brennan, our guest here, head coach of the San Jose State Spartans, Big D Energy's official team of the Mountain West. We spend a lot of we spend a lot of Saturday evenings as a collective here. Big Detroit Energy, man, come on. We spend a lot of late Saturday nights watching y'all on CBS Sports Network or Fox Sports 1 or wherever for a myriad of reasons. Let's just say it like that, for a bunch of different reasons, as you understand. But Brent, look, you put a lot of guys in the NFL during your coaching career, high-level NFL guys as well. The Detroit Lions here, everybody's certainly big fans here. We have some representation. Of course, Derek Deese on the practice squad right now at the tight end position for the Lions. Everyone's talking about what the prospects look like defensively. Junior Fehoko is a guy. 9 sacks, almost 20 tackles for losses, probably projects around a second-day NFL draft pick. Brent, look, man, I got a thing for guys, 6'3", 6'4", 260-ish pounds, can play some linebacker, can play some edge and things like that. The versatility of this guy really, really intrigues me. And as I said, as a collective, we've watched your team a lot this year. He's an All-American. He would look pretty good in a Detroit Lions uniform, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I love what those guys are doing in Detroit. My good friend Dave Phipp is special teams coordinator. I was in Phipp's wedding. Phipp and I go way back, man. And so I root for the Lions every week, just because my buddy Phipp is there and our guy Derek Deese. But Fehoko is a fantastic player, explosive. I think he's going to really end up playing somewhere on the edge in the NFL, more of an even front. But he could play a little bit of that, outside linebacker, rush end, odd front guy. He's really developed over time. He's incredibly powerful, quick and twitchy, and he plays with the natural violence that you like your defensive line to play with, So he's just an awesome player, an awesome kid. He's come a long way in his time here, just growing up and maturing and developing, and we're really proud of him and what he's done.
Brent, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, man. I know we like to yuck it up and things like that, but I do want to ask you about the state of college football right now. And look, I'm a college football dork. I love the bowl season more than most people do. I'll readily admit that. This matchup, San Jose State and Eastern Terrier, rematch of the 1987 California Raisin Bowl, by the way, just so you know that.
The California Raisin Bowl. Remember those commercials, T?
I actually watched that game.
See, there you go. But I'm a different level of dork here. I do have to say, though, as you see players opting out of bowls for various reasons, be it transfer portal, be it preparing for the NFL draft, which certainly I understand. I mean, that's the goal of being most college football players want to get to the next level and get to the league and make a living playing the game and all that kind of stuff. I guess, Brent, what I'm asking you is what's your take on that? Because I don't know what the fix is, because I understand both sides of it. I mean, I would, truth be told, if I were in that situation, I probably would lean towards doing that as well. I'm not asking just what is the fix, just kind of what's your impression of college football right now going into the bowl season?
It's the most interesting time in the history of college football to me. When you consider transfer portal, NIL, And then what you're talking about, guys choosing to play or not to play in the bowl games, and to me that's an individual, that's a player's decision, and I don't weigh in on that with them at all. I really don't, and because I think they all have that dream and they've all worked so hard for it, and who am I to try and influence them either way? I just don't think that's fair. So far we haven't had any of that, fortunately, but if we did, or if we do, we'll work through it and we'll find a way to play, and we'll find a way to move forward with whatever it is. But I'm like you, I can see it both ways. I can see why a young man might choose that, and I can see why a young man might choose to play. Maybe he needs more tape. Maybe he needs more opportunity to impress people, have a big game on national TV, like all that kind of stuff. So I think I can see it both ways also.
Brent, Eastern Michigan, there are a lot of Eastern Michigan fans that are watching the show right now. What do you see for them? And like Terry said, you guys, you may be an exit or two ahead of Eastern Michigan right now as far as the highway goes in terms of rebuilding the program and winning conference championships and stuff like that. But I see a lot of similarities between these two programs. What do you see from them?
I don't know, man. These guys won more games than we did this year, so they're a heck of a football team. They look like they're incredibly well coached. Obviously, they have the Defensive Player of the Year in the MAC conference. And listen, we've run into the MAC buzzsaw twice since I've been here. So I'm not surprised by how I know what that thing looks like. So I'm not surprised by how good these guys are or what kind of contest we have coming on Tuesday afternoon in Boise. So our team's had a great week of work, but I'm impressed with them. Their offensive line is fantastic. It's the best O-line we've played with, which should be or played against, which should be a really interesting matchup for the game because of the RD line is a good group of players, and that'll be a significant battle, I think. I think both quarterbacks they play with give you lots of problems because they're both different. They can do different things to hurt you, and the running back looks to me like he is a big physical guy that gets downhill that you have to contend with every snap. Then they got enough perimeter players to hurt you in the pass game. So I don't, then they have the Defensive Player of the Year, like he's their version of Fehoko, right? So, we are really impressed with how physical, how hard they play. It looks like Coach Creighton's doing a great job for me. If I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, these guys are playing their butts off. They're well coached, they're disciplined, and they play football the way that anyone who loves football can appreciate, physical and disciplined. So we got a hell of a fight on Tuesday.
San Jose State Spartans, Eastern Michigan Eagles, a famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Tuesday at 3:30 on ESPN. And lastly, Brent, before we let you go here, and as we said, San Jose State, the official Mountain West team of Big D Energy. We declared that before the season started, and they went undefeated.
It's official.
It is. It's 100% official.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So the Idaho Potato Bowl, you're going to get a backpack, an iPad, and a coat and a hat. But you live in San Jose. Do you guys get the trade or we were looking at that because I was wondering if you were hoping to get a sack of potatoes to leave that.
No. Hey, I think for us, this, like I said, our last bowl experience was not a real bowl experience because of COVID. So we're excited for anything that's going on. We can't wait for the activities. We can't wait to go to a new city. We can't wait for our players to have some fun and practice in a new stadium, and all that's going to be exciting for us. Even our bowl practice has been really exciting. So whatever the bowl gifts are, whatever the process is, we can't wait because it's all new to us.
I love it.
Right? Just like Eastern, right? It's all new to us. So this is a heck of a thing for the Spartans.
All right, Brent, lastly, before I let you go here and send you on your way to Boise, my guys that I worked with at Oakland University, Jeff Konya, Scott McDonald, athletic director, deputy athletic director there, what's it like working for them? Have they softened any since they were my bosses at Oakland, or no?
No, those guys are tough, man. They're hard to catch on me. But I really appreciate both of them. They've been great allies in us trying to do this thing the right way here. And I think that's one of those things when you have transition in the leadership of your organization or in our athletic department, you're always hoping that they bring in some great people. And that's what Jeff and Scotty Mack have been. And so obviously I'm with them all the time, talking with them all the time. They're lockstep with us and trying to build a consistent, sustainable championship football program at San Jose State. That's something that we started trying to do 6 years ago. And with them coming in, they're pushing us in new directions. It's been really, really positive. So I'm enjoying the process with them. Every day we're swinging, man. That's what we do here. We just find ways to move forward. And I appreciate Jeff and Scott a lot. I really do.
All right, Brent, appreciate it, man. We appreciate your time as well.
Good luck, Coach.
Yeah, we'll get you back on next preseason, and we'll run this back again. Is that fair?
I'm all about Big D energy, baby.
We just get you to the ball game, Coach. It's all you want. Go enjoy that experience.
Right.
We're happy.
Good luck, Brent. Thank you.
See ya.
Brent Brennan, he's quote all about Big D energy. So there you go. Who's not?
Be coached by that guy. Like,
how could you not, man?
Immaculate vibes.
No, absolutely. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Jay Feldman, the chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. And I want to tell you about Cintron, because Cintron's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. That's right. They've combined all 3 of their delicious flavors into the 6-pack sampler box. You can get it all. Cranberry, classic, sugar-free, all in one Red Wings theme package. You want it? That's easy. Go to CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Order yours today. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a safe and happy new year from the Feldman Automotive family.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, joined by our good friend Jay Feldman, Chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. Jay, appreciate you coming by, and I know you can't see it down here, but you've come bearing gifts for the Woodward Sports stuff.
Some good ones in there, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to have to go the accountability, you're going to make sure that they're ready, but they look good, Jay.
They look good. How are you, man?
I'm great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys, for having me on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to have you here with us. I know you guys got a lot going on with what you're doing over the holiday season to give back. And I know, look, this is something that's been big with you. Not only, the golf outings for pediatric care and all the celebrities you guys brought into Detroit Golf Club and everything like that. The community angle's been at the heart of everything, hasn't it been?
Always. We're really fortunate to have a successful business in Southeast Michigan, and with that, you have to give back to the community. There's no, that's just what we love to do. And all these people that we're helping are customers and friends, and we enjoy doing it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look at it too, you guys released a commercial that you guys did with Karen Newman, as well. So as you do it, and you go about these things, and you're shining the light on everything that you're doing. And I want to show everybody this because it is pretty cool. Because highlighting what's going on in Detroit, that's it to you.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Spenny, give it a run, man.
Merry Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and Happy New Year from the Feldman Automotive family.
Everything that Karen does with the holidays is a banger, as the kids say.
I tried auditioning for that commercial, but my dancing skills were not that great, so they cut me out at the last minute.
So you're on the cutting room floor, is that safe to say?
I'm right on the floor.
Joined here in studio by Jay Feldman, Chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. And again, going back to it, Jay, as you look at what you've done, your relationship with Karen, the community, and all of that kind of stuff, it's so many gifts, D-Mac, that they're falling over on the ground right now.
That is unbelievable.
We lost a horn, we lost a fan.
It's all good. Didn't lose them.
No, but my coffee's intact, so that's all that matters. My coffee is still good. That's all it is. And I know you highlighted the why and stuff like that, but you don't see this from every company. So why you guys? Why do you do it?
Well, we've been supporting a lot of organizations locally for a long time, and as our footprint has gotten bigger, we've gotten involved in more stuff. Right now, we're really behind Care House, which is a child advocacy organization for abused children. So, all our employees on Fridays contribute money every Friday to wear jeans, and that money, each store picks a charity that they can use that money for, but they've all gotten around Care House, and so what we did recently is we're supporting 8 families with gifts, a total of 50 people. So we went out and purchased a lot of nice gifts, and so we're taking those gifts to families that normally would not receive something like that.
I wanted to talk about, obviously, the big thing you mentioned is that these are your customers, and it's just giving back and being part of the community. And we all see this as Feldman grows. We have the pleasure of being in Nova at your Grand River place every other Monday and stuff like this, to see the people come in and the interaction, the community. We got to be at your Jeep dealership, which is the one of a kind. That's not only the charitable arm of it, but what you're trying to do. How does this all come together, and how do you keep it to know? Because every time I see it, like a commercial, I love to see my city. And you mentioned the Southeast Michigan part of it, right? Like everybody knows the golf tournament. You have a relationship with Mark Wahlberg on a national level and stuff like this. How, I think some people want to know, and I want to know because of my interest in giving back, is that how do you do it?
How do you pull this off?
How do you do all these great things that you're mentioning? You got the family and stuff.
Well, we have an executive team that meets every week, and we talk about all the different things we're doing and what we want to support, and it's not just haphazard. We plan this stuff sometimes years in advance. The golf outing, for example, we're already planning that now for next year. We've started planning it because every year we want to make it bigger. We want to raise more money for Beaumont for pediatric cancer, pediatric illnesses. And so, how do we get more celebrities? We're reaching out now to, because people's schedules are so busy. It's just, it's actually a lot of fun.
Well, that's what it is, but I just want people to, and I guess I understand this from doing a lot of different things, but you're talking about there's a commitment by Feldman or your group, like 25% of your time spent thinking about other people, not just about, how do I sell a car or what do I do for this, but it's giving back. And I think that's why I'm proud to be, associated with you guys and stuff, because it's sort of teaching people that way, but you really do. So sometimes people think these things just fall out of midair. They don't. It takes a lot of time and a lot of commitment by a lot of people, and it starts at the top.
Yeah, no question about it. I have to say, we announced that we opened a new Jeep store, and that gets a lot of notoriety and stuff like that, but people in the community are much more impressed and excited around you giving back to the community. And to me, that, I don't look at it as work. It's not even, it's just a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And we pulled off this golf outing, and it's gotten bigger every year, and that's really our biggest event. And it's literally, there's nothing that's not fun about it. I mean, it's a blast. And at the same time, we're doing a great thing for kids, which is the most important thing.
Can I relay a real life experience?
Yes.
Are you Feldman in Waterford too, the used car place?
Yes.
So I want to make sure that wasn't like an evil uncle that had the same. No, my son hit a deer and totaled his car. So we went in there, and there's a lady. Her desk is slightly to the right. She wore dark hair. She has dark hair. So I went in and told her the story. And she said, "Oh, I got the perfect car for you. It's a used car. Old lady. She kept it in her garage and everything." And then we just started talking. And I was like, I forgot why I went in there. We were just chatting about everything. And then I said, "Oh, yeah, about that car, maybe we should go see it." So we went out and saw the car. But she was just the nicest lady in the whole world and just made me feel relaxed.
That's great. Well, hey, listen, it's one customer at a time, one person at a time, one team member at a time. I mean, that's what we strive to, so we do great things in the community.
Well, Jay, real quick before we let you go here, the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, the people have spoken. Rad Dad Scott says, "I want a Karen Newman and DMAC collaboration next year." Where do you stand on that?
Absolutely, I'll be swinging from the top of the tree.
Well, we love Karen, we love Darren, so that's a great idea.
Absolutely. Well, Jay, we appreciate you coming through. And again, they do have the brand new Jeep dealership out there in Clarkston. I know we're getting to that time of the year. The snow is falling and everything like that. So, if you want that 4x4 vehicle, that's a good play, right?
We'll even sell you two if you want to.
There you go. Absolutely.
And you have the ribbons for the top. I was
anything you want.
Real quick, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
But
do they really do that when somebody buys a car?
Yeah.
Like you see these you put a big ribbon on it.
We do.
How does somebody hide that? Have you had somebody come in and buy one for their spouse, and then Christmas morning they walk out in the driveway and the car's there with the ribbon?
Absolutely, all the time.
Just like on TV, Neal.
For real.
All the time. Yeah, all the time.
Okay, what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Jay, we appreciate
If you come in tomorrow and get a new Jeep or anything, we'll put a ribbon on it for you.
Okay. And does that stand for everybody out there?
Everybody.
There you go. You'll get a big bow if you get a new Jeep tomorrow. Jay, we appreciate you coming through.
Thank you very much.
Always,
Thanks for having me on the show. It was a blast.
Absolutely. Jay Feldman, everybody, the chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive, a big-time friend of the show. And happy holidays, certainly, from Feldman Chevrolet. Spenny.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, man? After you go get that Jeep from Feldman Jeep out there in Clarkston, you know what the next move is, right?
The next move after hitting Feldman Chevrolet is obviously to find Cousins' Maine Lobster Truck, because that's where you got to go to get your food. Because Cousins' Maine Lobster brings the best Maine coast to Detroit. Try the variety of sweet, succulent Maine lobster menu items at their 2 trucks rolling around the city. You can find their events scheduled on cousinsmainelobster.com through their mobile app, where you can just scan that QR code right now and find out where they are and easily earn rewards to maybe get yourself some free lobster. They got lobster rolls, lobster tacos, lobster grilled, cheese, anything you can want. So make sure you go check out Cousins Maine Lobster.
Take care, guys. Thank you. It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year. Sleigh bells ring and caroling, songs of love and cheer. Lights shine over me and you, walking down Woodward Avenue.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and Happy New Year from the Feldman Automotive family.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some sense around in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh, wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Oh, Guardian Alarm. Yeah, if you got things to protect, like Dr. Zeus books that are going on here. Sam I Am, Green Eggs and Ham. Anyways, Guardian Alarm, you know them, you love them. Give you peace of mind, whether you're at home, on the road, business, personal. But you got to call. I'm going to give you the number. Make sure you call. 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
If you want to be part of the Woodward Sports Big D Energy family and have all your stuff, even your Dr. Zeus books, whatever's important to you, saved, just like Sam Flannel has how many straight days of flannel protection?
177.
177 straight days of protecting the flannel. That's Guardian Alarm. Give them a call today. 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out of the end zone, Garrett Wilson.
Quinnen Williams. Stay
out of the game and stay out of the end
please.
zone. Let's go. Guardian Alarm. They're going to work on it for the Lions this weekend. You give them a call today. Your local security experts.
Back and popping, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. Big shout out to Jay Feldman, Chairman and CEO of Feldman Automotive. Brought bags of gifts for the Stuff a Studio. And I this one stands out to me. Battleship.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nothing teaches you to lie as an 8-year-old child more than Battleship.
I was just getting ready to say that. That's one of the games you can cheat on.
Yep. Yeah.
You just move your little ship just a little bit over.
Or you just say, not a hit.
Right.
Miss.
That's true.
But you know what?
I wouldn't let my sister win. No way.
That's a good point.
No way.
I thought they had the version where if you put it down, it makes a little noise.
They have electronic version that stopped that.
That's for
right,
cheaters
because you
like
enter
Neal.
it in and you have
Didn't
to
stop
enter
me.
them. So they called it the electronic / Neal Ruhl.
Neal Ruhl proof. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And we're getting into the Lions Jets thing. And Brent asked in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, did we talk about the hockey game last night? We did not. We're going to do that on the other side here in the second hour. We touched on it. We didn't get deep into it.
Okay.
So we are going to get into it, certainly with Mr. Ryan Reaves and everything that went on last night. D-Mac has some thoughts that shook Twitter for a little bit yesterday. And I do want to talk about some of the reactions you got to it and everything like that. But I do want to get into this Lions-Jets game. And real quick, too, Zach Conley asked, Neal, you're probably the best person to answer this. No one's ever said that in my life. With the huge cash guarantee contracts now, can Sheila play in the deep end of the pool like that? And just because I just wanted to answer that question for you, Zach. And what he's asking about is big-time franchises and these mega guarantees and signing bonuses that they do. Sometimes ownership is limited. Because how many, you can be rich. If you're a billionaire, it's still to write a $120 million signing bonus. That's still a chunk of money, man.
Quick math.
Yeah,
10% of your billions.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you do have to be able to have that ability because that's the way things have been skirted. What do you got, Spenny?
It's just a little bit of breaking news from your second favorite Big Ten college. Drew Brees has been hired as the interim assistant coach at Purdue. So,
wow.
Just taking a page out of Jim Irsay's book.
Okay.
Is the Purdue
Are you scared,
AD.
Neal?
Scared of what?
Purdue still going to Purdue?
They're back. Yes,
Brees.
they're always going to Purdue. They Purdued when he was the quarterback there. Yeah, they're going to Purdue when he's a
now
coach.
He's the coach.
Okay, what's different? If anything, I would say they're Purdued more because of him when he was a quarterback than he will as a coach.
Maybe he's got some innovative ideas.
Maybe
I thought he got
does.
struck by lightning.
This guy, man. Drew Brees. Getting back to Zach's question, can Sheila play in the deep end of the pool like that? On paper, you would say yeah, given the corporate backing with the, I don't know what the lineage is between Ford and Firestone and all of that. But the crux of the story is, yes, if you want to get a top-end free agent in the NFL and you got to scratch a $150 million signing bonus check, you have to do that immediately. So you have to have the pockets in order to do it. That's why a lot of teams don't do it.
There's a lot of it, or it doesn't have to do with, because we don't have to get into these waters yet, but you see a lot of these other teams or playoff teams or teams that are successful, they use those contracts and extending contracts and saving money here, saving money there. Is that something that's not for right now, but that's for something that as some of these rookie contracts come to an end in the next few years, you'll be looking for a few guys to do?
Yeah, that's going to be the byproduct of all this.
Right,
yeah.
and
Detroit's in a tough
that's a
situation,
flexibility
though.
to have also, right?
One, all these high-priced free agents people want, usually they don't pan out. Second, Detroit is not a free agent destination except in hockey.
Right.
But
People don't want to come here.
Do you think that's changing, Terry, because of
I
what?
do not. I do not think that's changing.
Because I think it is, and you know.
Tell me the last.
Well, this is why I think it is. I think this year and what this team right now with Brad Holmes and everything moving forward, because we just listened to a guy that coaches out west in college go, I love what they're doing in Detroit. Like, I mean, I think that's why it's different. You asked Monday, what's different? I think that's different too, because I think maybe to your point, it's not a destination, but people are looking at it as, oh, wait, what about this Detroit thing? We never looked to go on vacation there before, but I think now with what they're building. I mean, do you legitimately think that, like, you have a shot at a free agent that you would want to go get? And I'm going to use Roquan Smith for an example, right? $20-some million linebacker player or something.
I think you can.
If you wanted to do it, right, and forget what Baltimore does or whatever. But I got to think that because of what is happening right now with Detroit, other teams look and go, look at these young guys.
And you
Look
can
what's
tell by the
going on.
juice. My good buddy Dennis, my terminal Lions friend Dennis.
Like him a lot. I got his favorite story, but I can't tell you.
Does Dennis play in the NFL?
No. But here's the thing. Listen, here. Let me finish. Let me finish, Terry. Let me finish. He. You look at the Barstool podcast, and on the front page of ESPN.com, he's like, they're talked about like it's an attraction.
That doesn't mean you're going to attract free agents.
Terry, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
The Lions have a double whammy. One, they're the Lions, and maybe they're erasing that. Second is Detroit. Nobody wants to come to Detroit.
Yes, I agree with that narrative until what we're seeing as of late, because aren't we sit here every day and talk about why it's different? So isn't that different? That would be different too. So we'll wait, because I say right now you have the ability to lure somebody.
Play here.
The past. You're living in the past, Terry. I think that
I haven't seen anybody sign with the Lions, and let's see what happens this offseason.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
guys
saying.
are caught up in the emotion of, yes, the fans are excited. Yes, they're talking about the Lions. That doesn't mean a player is going to say,
no, but I'm
coming
going
to
by
Detroit
Neal
instead of
saying
Miami
that
or San Francisco or LA.
Nationally, everything I see is the Lions right now.
Terry, are they sexy right now nationally? Are they sexy right now this minute?
They're sexy in the media's eyes. That doesn't mean they're sexy with players. And the other thing you guys are missing, no one wants to come to Detroit, damn it. Forget the Lions.
See, the NFL's different, Terry.
No, it's not.
No, yes, it is. The NFL is about the dollar. It's about the dollar.
No, it's about the dollar. When somebody doesn't want, when you think you're worth something and other teams say, no, we're not paying you that, then those guys could end up in Detroit. Tell me about all the free agents that have come here to Detroit, any team.
They
don't do it. Except for the Red Wings.
I think that there's some. I think that's what you didn't. What we saw sort of with the Red Wings this year. Did they not get NHL players that they signed them for whatever it was? I think as a player, former player, if I'm playing in the league right now and I'm a free agent coming up, I'm looking at Detroit. Just because of what they're building, depending on what my position. I'm just talking from a player because it's different than before.
Mike G says, Terry, that Detroit narrative is an old bit, and you have things change quickly.
Tell me all the free agents who signed with any team.
And you know what? I do want to tell you this too, T-Foss, because I know you're going to do this. It's going to be next July. You're going to run this bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut you off right now. and then we can circle
I
back. Okay, and you are going to do this.
Not June, but in July.
Right. After free agency, as we get going into cap, and we'll probably run this as a topic at the time, and T-Foss will say, "See, I told you so." as it sits, you will, but now you can't because I told you so. But as it sits next year, Lions about 25.5-ish million in cap space, which is not a staggering sum.
Okay.
Can't do a ton with that. Now there are moves they could make.
It's 2 years, right?
I'm talking about for next season. Like there are some moves they could bump that number up to 50 if, Michael Brocker. You send Michael Brocker's pack in, that puts you at 35.5.
For sure, happening.
Romeo Aquara, you could put another 7 on that.
Probably
put you at 42. You can get 50-ish range. But T-Foss, I'm telling you, in 2024, they got their quarterback signed. They got the whole offensive line signed. Every single rookie that you all love, and they got $125 million in cap space.
And they've added 2 first-rounders.
Yes.
Hopefully playing, right? With the picks that they have, should you not, with what Brad Holmes has shown you, how he can pick guys
That's his free agency. That's his free agency.
Yes, and the other things should be set. Terry, to your point, you are correct as far as what has happened in the past. You look at like last year, what they do. They re-signed guys, right? But I think because it's all setting up. So you also have to have the money to do it. And I think you're right too, Terry, because how many times in the past maybe the character of a person doesn't fit in with, it's not about winning.
And the Lions shut people out because of this character.
Right, that's what I'm saying too. But to your point, Neal, the money's there.
But here's what I don't want you to do. If they sign Poopsie McGillicuddy in July for a Neal-friendly contract, don't say, I told you they could sign free agents. No, we're talking about high-end guys.
Okay.
We're talking about that guy. We're talking about bringing in that guy to be the difference.
Yeah, don't come back with me. Hey, they signed Grasshopper Smith.
Claiborne Hooper Phillips.
They signed Slam
to
Flannel.
Terry's point, DJ Chark at 1 year, $10 million doesn't count, right?
No, and people in the chat, people in the chat are saying that they did, but at a number, there were conditions.
Not at the level that the winning teams are doing it to the.
He wasn't
but
sought
they're building
after.
No. DJ Chark couldn't walk into an NFL front office and say, "I want $20 million."
Right. To start,
let's
that's
roll.
the first conversation.
He couldn't do that.
No, and I agree with you.
He had to come begging and
But
groveling.
what if the draft is Brad Holmes' free agency?
That is
if,
his
Terry?
free agency.
Well, then there you go.
So
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it from people like you coming up in the off season.
People like you.
People like you. I don't want to hear it when they say, "Oh, well, the one piece that Brad Holmes can't do is go sign free agents." Doesn't need to.
No, I'm going to be a total ass next year. I'm going to say, "Oh, Neal, they signed another injured player." What's wrong with your boy Brad?
He's not getting it done. Do you not think that it's different as far as that if they continue to build and up to that point, players see what's going on here. They watch Hard Knocks. Like that, Dan Campbell's a coach. You're in a team with the assistant coaches and the coordinators and stuff like this that are former players. That's appealing.
Right. Chuck Brewer says, Zach, she can't go over the cap. Rules are rules. The question is, would the Tigers spend? But, Chuck, see, here's where it comes into play with the free agency. They want the biggest signing bonus that they can get because that money is guaranteed. So you have to have the ability to cut that check on the spot. That's where it's different.
The one thing that, I never really asked you, and I know that like we're going to the break, but it's like if there was guaranteed money, like in the other sports and football, how would that change the game?
They're already trending that way,
Starting
though.
to see it a little bit.
Like the free agents that Terry says Detroit will never get. Those free agents.
And I'm not just talking Lions. I'm talking every professional team except the Detroit Red Wings.
You're talking about guys that can walk in and demand things. We're seeing it right now, where guys come in.
1919.
You're seeing fully guaranteed like Kirk Cousins did it, right?
Yeah, it was the first real big one.
3 years, $90 million, all guaranteed.
Yeah.
He took a little bit of a haircut to market and said, "Hey, I just want it all."
That's Deshaun Watson's was like 200, like
it's all guaranteed.
You know the only free agents the Lions can sign?
Poopsie?
No.
Poopsie's cousin?
No, when this contract is signed, Neal is going, yes, this is a great
Jack
contract.
Fox.
Those are the only guys they can sign.
What about
they
Trey
can't sign the
Flowers?
guy that Neal's like, oh, they paid too much for him.
Like
I
a
don't
Trey
it.
Flowers type.
Yeah.
Or Jamie Collins.
Or Jamie Collins. Those are your free
Yeah,
agent
but
acquisitions
they
this
weren't
year.
good
By the
players.
way, you're still paying them.
But they weren't good players.
You paid them $18 million this year.
Is that over next year?
It's over after this year.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
But what's not over is comfort food at Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit's always better with the comfort foods at your local Big Boy. You can try the classic meatloaf. Spenny would smash some meatloaf.
Facts.
Smash.
Oh, we got meatloaf now?
Or the Cajun chicken Alfredo as well. What about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. I feel a guy like Spencer would do very well with the stuffed potato pancake as well.
Ketchup or no ketchup?
Ketchup.
Yeah.
The Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, or the Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
Ketchup, a little bit of hot sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Akuta gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports, Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you find the cleanest salons in the D with trained and certified tanning professionals. And know what they're doing, people. Join the Pepper Club. Get the best deals. They'll beat the competitors' prices by at least $5. You can pick up the Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cal Tan, and if there's any left, because Spencer Raxer already ran through it, the Swedish Beauty Lotions.
Oh, yeah.
ChiliPeppersTanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. They are your vitamin D headquarters. And look, we've seen the sun like once in the last week and a half. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. 27 locations and more. I'm just pointing it out there.
That's a good sales pitch.
It's factual. You may never see the sun again. So just go to Chili Peppers Tanning, y'all.
Chili Peppers Tan?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Once again, what Neal said was right, but it's tone.
It's tone. Well, hey, even tone can't mess up the Monroe Street Midway, Terry. You know how it is. They traded in the roller skating, basketball, and mini golf for the giant Arctic slide. That's not really Terry's flavor. Winter bumper cars, that's more of a D-Mac thing.
Yep.
An indoor arcade, but puck putt, that's obviously
puck
all
putt.
D-Mac.
Yes, puck putt. We're going to have to go down there. I'm calling. I haven't seen the course layout, but I think I can get a couple hole-in-ones.
Do you lift it at all?
I don't know the course.
Do you flip it and try to make it check up?
If I needed to,
I
got Bellata. Listen.
You don't
Neal,
lift?
No, I think it's a positioning thing.
Neal, Bellata. We call that when you did the Larry Murphy high flipper.
Yeah.
Right? You want to get the spin on the puck? Yeah. When you flip in the air, you yell Bellata because you want it to spin.
Oh, the old school golf ball. Yeah, okay, I got you on that. But I tell you, Will Terry Foster will be drinks at the lodge.
I've already done that.
Yeah. and you'll do it again.
I do it again, and I get a little gift for Honey Bun.
Oh.
So it all works out because they have the shops and stuff, right? So there you go.
Yep.
It's all popping downtown. It's great. Monroe Street Midway. Get to downtown Detroit this holiday season. Oh, by the way, S. Claus will be there.
Oh.
Let me get you the exact days. Thursdays and Fridays from 4 to 8. Saturdays and Sundays
Down there
from
tonight.
12 to 4. Yeah, that's right. Through
And
December
for our
22nd.
African American friends, sometimes they have Black Santa down there.
Believe. All right. Where do you go from that? I like to think I'm good at this job, right? Like I make a decent living.
But you know what, Neil? Here's my problem with Black Santa. Black Santa is always skinny. Why is Black Santa skinny? Figure that one out.
I'm a professional up here. I'm good at this, Terry, and even I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go.
Go to the Detroit Public Library. They have Black Santa. He weighs 135 pounds.
Well, he's delivered a lot of presents, I guess. He doesn't have what? They don't got him a sleigh?
Is bigger than him.
You don't have a reindeer? Doesn't.
Take it away, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Take it away. Here we go. Chuck Brewer, LOL, go Terry. Ransom, only T-Foss. Alicia, oh my God, I just spit my coffee all over my laptop.
No. Tell me, why is Black Santa skinny?
Because Santa, the white Santa, won't let him use the sleigh and the reindeer, and he's got to run the presents all over the world.
They're flying. Hold on, I gotta stop. I gotta stop it right now. I gotta stop it. They're flying in.
God.
Mike G. Paul Thomas, T-Foss is killing me. Mike G. Black Santa was at Hudson's downtown back in the day. Can you confirm?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And he was skinny.
Rad Dad Scott, LMAO. Terry is trying to get Neal in trouble right now. Rad Dad Scott also.
No, never.
Neal's
my pal.
Rad Dad Scott also said, "I just smashed the like button like I want to smash Ryan Reaves' face." So there's that as well. Jake Wegener, here's the explanation. Jake Wegener, Black Santa is athletic.
I bet you Black Santa runs a 4.5 40. But you know, no, seriously, I wanted to get Neal in trouble. Before I brought up Black Santa, I would say, Neal, let's have a couple bourbons and then talk about Black Santa. Then I get his ass fired.
You're the truth serum. There you go.
NAACP would be picketing the building.
And then you have the inside track.
Save that conversation for down at the lodge.
Yeah,
Did
the
I
Monroe
do
Street
that?
Midway.
No, I didn't do that.
But Terry, and then you'd have the inside track on being the third wheel on the final word.
That's all it is.
Everything would work. All the microphones would be perfect.
I know.
Computers would never crash.
No, what would happen? D-Max say, T, hey, we're going to do the show together, right, pal? Say, hell no, I'm leaving your ass for the final word. Get out of my face.
Kyle Bruce says, Blanta.
Okay.
Have you heard that one before, T-Foss?
I have heard that.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, God said if JMO was that Santa, then your presents would be delivered yesterday.
Mickey Lum Phelps says, believe, and has a couple of black fists up there.
Peace, my brothers. No,
Are we done?
seriously.
Are we done with this segment? Can we please go to a commercial, please?
This before, and you know what the thing is, my children are grown now, so they're not interested in Santa. But before my kids became grown, I wanted them to see a fat black Santa, and we never got to see that.
Because Black Santa's athletic, as Jake Wegener said.
No, you know what you should do? Go to Noel night. Go to the Detroit Public Library in the DIA, and I want you to take a break and go into the library, the main library. They got Black Santa in the back of the building.
Oh my God!
This dude he weigh 110 pounds, and he like 5'1". He's like a jockey.
Woodward heavyweights almost have to go there to get a picture.
Yeah,
honestly.
Oh yeah, you should sit on his lap.
We can be the elves.
Don't hurt him.
Oh no, Black Santa would he'd be crushed.
We're 60 seconds from the break, and I'm just going to sit here and wait.
Okay, I'm just
Terry, what's your
I'm
favorite
trying
Black
to
Santa
make
story?
the world better. That's all I do.
What's your favorite Black Santa story, Terry?
Let me see. Oh, there was we were at the library, and Black Santa. My daughter was 6 years old.
Tone, Terry.
And he didn't want her to sit in his lap because he said she weighed too much. She was like 35 pounds. And Black Santa's, oh, I can't. I'm just too skinny. I'm so skinny. My little bird legs can't support my child.
This is electric.
I can't believe that they let somebody be a Santa that wouldn't have their
I
kids.
don't understand it either.
Were you pissed?
That
Did you get a couple candy cans at least?
Yeah, we got. Here's the other thing. Black Santa's woman is either extremely ugly or extremely fine. There's not anybody in between. I took the kids to see Black Santa and his little assistant. I said, I can take her home.
I want out. I just want out. You guys, everybody stop. Terry, you stop. WoodwardSports.com. Chad, Brett, stop. I'm not reading your text about Black Santa menthol cigarettes. I'm not reading these.
Neal, one more thing. I wanted to take his assistant home with me. Then we go back, and his assistant is like 95 years old, no teeth, look like she's from Skid Row. And I said, I want no part of that.
I'm not reading this stuff. I'm not reading about menthol cigarettes. I'm not reading about how he won't land on your roof, but he'll knock on your front door. I'm not reading any of it. Are we to the break yet?
Yes.
Who has the next commercial? Get me out of here.
There's only one guy that can bail us out.
Fortunately, how the hell do I follow that? But I will certainly try talking about Swiss Insurance, not Habit Swiss. With the holiday season here, Swiss Insurance wants to remind you to insure those gifts of jewelry or collectibles. In the last 2 weeks, Swiss has saved its clients an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing coverage. That's a lot of money to free up for the giving season. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays from Swiss Insurance, and go blue.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
All I want for Christmas is a Lions win, the Pistons in the playoffs, and the Red Wings to dominate. I don't ask for much.
I'm asking for a punt! A single punt!
And I've been really good this year.
Oh, you're so naughty. You're so naughty.
Woodward Sports.
Neal Ruhl here for Bedrock Detroit. Downtown Detroit's all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge and the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade, plus you can get drinks before or after games downtown at the Lodge, everybody. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with DeckedOutDetroit.com.
And you know who'll drink with you in the Lodge?
No, Terry. Who will drink with me?
Black Santa.
Oh, okay. I'm sure, will there be some Colt 45, Terry? Come on, get it all out there.
Grandfather in the Woodward Sports chat, Black Santa might be in the streets with your wife.
Now you better have some cognac.
Are we done? Do we need?
I'm done.
Are we done? Are we done? Steven Syrett, that was the best segment in the history of Woodward Sports Network.
Beautiful. And how about the Lions? They've been winning a few games.
They have.
And
Does it feel like the holidays now? Yesterday you were saying, you know what, Christmas is coming around the corner. I think after that Laugh Fest and that segment, I think Terry officially got me into the Christmas spirit.
Beautiful. We should go to the Midway together.
We should. Can we stop at the library first? I got to check this guy out.
I want you to sit in his lap.
I want to get a picture. I want to see this.
Stop, you guys! Stop! 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 Hold on, T-Falls. Let me lay it down.
I gotta say this last thing.
Yeah.
If they fix Black Santa and make him the sides which Terry accepted, he may accept that things have changed, and Brad Holmes will bring in free agents.
Okay, guys.
That's a good point.
That's what he'll do.
Are we done? Stop with the Hennessy. Stop with the cognac. Stop with the cools. Stop with all of it, please.
Yeah, the chat.
You know
Yeah.
what? When the Lions sign free agents, if Brad Holmes and Sheila Hamp, they greet him at the airport with Black Santa, the Lions would sign more free agents.
That is just fact.
Like, damn, they got Ndamukong Suh to come back. Why? Black Santa.
Stop with 2 different Santa lines at the store. Stop with all of it. Stop. I'm not reading that.
I'm bringing back separate but equal. 2 different lines.
Yes, I am getting red. My face is getting red. I'm not reading any of this.
You know what makes me feel good about, we have all these division problems in this country. What makes me feel great is when I see little white children sitting on the lap of Black Santa. It makes me feel good that we can overcome.
It's not affecting the Santa.
That's what Martin Luther King was all about.
C.J. Schneider, Neal's uncomfortable with the new culture. No.
Neal's all right.
Yeah, he's fine.
Terry and I have had that discussion before.
And I tell you what, we always, when we have bourbon together, we're always at hoity-toity places.
Yes.
Next time we're going to the hood to have some bourbon.
That's fine. I love the streets, and the streets love me.
Okay. There's one place I know in Livernois, they don't even have a sign on the thing. We're going there.
I'm in.
I think I've been there, Terry.
I'm in. I'm all the way in on it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right.
Are we together?
I'm good.
We're together.
Are we together now?
And we're all about love.
We are all about love.
But if somebody goes to the library, give me a picture.
You gonna come, Spenmo?
I'll come for sure.
All right, shoot.
I'm not talking about Black Santa's vertical leap. I'm not talking about any of it. It's not needed here. It's not wanted, and it's not needed, and it's not going to happen.
You know what? I think Black Santa's going to replace Cade Cunningham until he comes back.
We're not going there. We're done with
I wish I could play
even though he's 5'1".
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by DMX right now.
But we can't.
That's one of my favorite Christmas songs ever.
I like that one.
Yeah.
We're wasting time. We could be talking about sports and giving the people what they want right now. Of course, viewership's popping up. Of course it is. Of course it is.
I'll tell you what. I'm just going to leave the studio. You take it away, Neal. I've already disrupted you too much.
Chuck, that's not a question for me. That's a question for Terry. Terry, if Black Santa ate candy corn, would he gain weight?
Black Santa would not eat candy corn, first of all.
Thank you.
He doesn't like it.
Yep.
Candy corn is nasty.
Candy corn is gross. Tastes like wax.
100%. All right. Now that we've had that, can we talk about what happened in the Red Wings game last night? Number one, can we talk about that?
Can talk
we have
about
a former Red Wing here that was an enforcer that, probably wouldn't abide by what happened last night to some degree. D-Mac, the floor is yours. The Ryan Reaves hit on Hronek last night. He put a tweet out there, took over Twitter for a little bit. Please, for the people that missed it, speak your piece on it, your impression of what happened last night.
Well, here's the one thing. Let's get it out of the way. As far as, in my eyes, Darren McCarty, as far as legal and not legal, that was as clean as it gets. He rode through them. What happened is, what you're seeing is the comfortability of the change in the game. My problem isn't with the hit, and eventually you didn't get an immediate response, but you got a response by Ben Sherratt later. But the whole thing that I have a problem with, Neal, is I was told, right, that the NHL cared about head contact, right? It's the inconsistency that the NHL just chooses differently, and especially their player safety board or whatever it is that they don't call it the same for everybody. Because Roenick put himself in that position, right? But in the new NHL, how many times have I said, my game, you get hit like that, it's Roenick's fault, right? You're out. You know, somebody's going to stick up for you. You're going to come like this. But you're going to talk to your guy after going, dude, you can't put yourself in that position coming through the middle with your head down, right?
But in
this game today, it's the guy that hits him, because I've seen it for 10 years, that gets in trouble. Right? So the fact that Reaves, it's not the fact of, well, he put himself. No, this NHL, I'm told, head contact will not be, it'll be called. That one would hit him, visor, face, whatever, like this.
But Darren, even if your guy was wrong by skating to the zone with his head down, do you still bust ass? Or do you say, he shouldn't have done that?
No, you bust ass for sure. I don't care if you hit my guy clean as hell. After that, you go, don't do that again. But you got to stick up for it. Like, it's the same thing as deny till you die. It's not his fault that we already know. Now, I'm not mad at Ryan Reaves. That's what Ryan Reaves does.
Yes.
You got to know he's on the ice. That's all he can do. The reason why a guy like that is effective playing his 6-8 minutes, whatever, is because he can skate in the league.
Yeah.
Right? So that you're allowing him to be effective. If you look at that Minnesota fourth line with him and Marcus Foligno, they're the rough and tumble physical guys. So as Philip Hronek or whatever, you got to know who you're out there against and not put yourself vulnerable. My issue is with the referees in the NHL, because did I not see what I saw? How many times have you seen guys get suspended?
What did you want, D-Mac? What did you wanted him in the box?
Just like a penalty. You know, like a
roughing
whatever
penalty?
Consistency, right? I didn't think it was vicious. Like for a 5, it was sort of a play in the game. But if you're going to hit him in the head and draw blood, is that a 2? Is that a 4? Like I don't know. The fact that I don't know, and the fact that I look on my Twitter and other people, is that it's the inconsistency that I don't know if it's a good hit or not.
Yeah.
I see Nicholas Kronwall guys and get suspended 4 games. I seen Dylan Larkin. I seen our guys get abused with sticks and hit and stuff like this, and nothing comes to it. This was a clean play, but are we taking out targeting to the head?
Yeah.
Right? Like, we talk about it in football too, but if you go near the quarterback as get a hand near his head, it's a penalty.
Right.
I thought that's the way the NHL was calling it, because they care about CT and stuff. Listen, my day, dude, there's 5 hits a game like that.
Yeah. What I liked about it was Ben Sherratt. He did go at, like, I put a tweet out there. Nobody wants to see Revo without the gloves on. Like, that's what he does. He'll drop you. But Ben Sherratt at least went at him. And the next time the Red Wings play the Minnesota Wild, I wouldn't be surprised to see Giovanni Smith on that roster, to see him in there, because that's somebody that you can at least go out there and throw him.
Well, that's the role that he's got to play. That's what I've said all along. That's why you need a Smith in your lineup to do that, or whatever. Sherratt, did I not text you guys?
Yeah.
Before it happened?
Like 5 seconds before.
What did I say? Like, what would I like to see? I said, listen,
you said, do it for the culture. Do it for the culture.
Be the man and step up in this culture. He'll step up and do something. And you know what? I was talking to my son Griffin last night and watching to whatever. Sherratt goes at it. Reaves doesn't want to stand back with Sherratt. Not saying that. Like, I'm saying Reaves probably might get the better of him, but Sherratt is that guy that you don't want to fight. So the fact that he got it over with and off balance and stuff.
He's like the Utah of fighters, or the Croatia soccer team of fighters.
Absolutely.
Like, in the end, you're probably going to win.
Well, it's just
but you're going to come out worse for doing it.
Here's the thing: different guys too. You got to understand this. Is you got to know what you're up against. Like, it doesn't matter the size of the guy if he doesn't like to get. Like, a lot of the bigger guys don't like to get hit. Right? That's what made Proby so tough, is that he liked it. The more that you hit him, then it would wake him up. Like, you can't. How do you fight guys like that?
Yeah.
You know, you see it in mixed martial arts. You know,
you shake your head and you go, "You're a crazy ass," and it bugs you.
That's it.
And in the Woodward Sports chat, everybody's saying Revo. No doubt, Revo would wipe the floor with Giovanni.
I tried to find his tweet this morning, because I like Ryan Reaves.
Me too.
And I mean, and the respect that he had, because he says, you know, his reclamation is, and if you look at, is that Hronik put his head up, saw him, and then put his head down. Like, what, you're not going to hit me and stuff like this? And what he said in his tweet, he says, I hope he's okay. That's the difference between a Lemieux thing or even when it's clean or whatever. You have respect. We're playing between the lines. We want to, dismember each other and stuff like that, and we want to win, but you don't seriously want to hurt an opponent. But, I mean, I take that. I do exactly what Ryan Reaves does 100% of the time.
Yeah.
My question is that what the league is telling me that they're calling? We're cracking down.
Yeah,
okay.
and look, when we come back, because I got a couple of thoughts on it too. Like we talk about the changing of the game in the NHL, and it's funny you see that on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Spenny, because all I see is talking about Black Santa having 2 cell phones, and are we going to do Black Santa Woodward merch? We're not doing it,
We
guys.
should do Black Santa Woodward merch.
No, we should not.
I'd buy some.
Somebody help. Somebody please help me right now. Tell them about the good in the world. How about the Stuff a Studio?
Stuff a Studio, of course. Year 3 of Woodward Sports. Stuff a Studio is here. We are collecting new unwrapped toys and stuffing our studio so we can hardly fit in it. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping, make sure you grab your one extra and drop it off at our studio located off of 15 Mile and Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Akuta gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Planet Fitness Home is the official studio sponsor of Woodward Sports. And also, I was there this morning, as a matter of fact. It's home of the judgment-free zone. We can work out for just $10 a month. And don't forget, the black card is also an option where you get unlimited guest privileges, hydro massage. Basically, you own the place. Over 2,000 Planet Fitnesses around the world. Join today in club. You'll pass a couple on the way home. Or if you're really motivated, jump on that computer. Go to planetfitness.com. Give one as a holiday gift. Why not do it that way as well? It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Well, your fitness is essential.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. Stop in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Stop.
Oh, I love the Christmas season. Blame it on Feldman and Karen Newman for kicking us off with that commercial, and we're all feeling spunky. And
it was the commercial.
Keaton Serball, all of these comments must be read after the commercial. No, they don't have to be read. We're not talking about Ciroc, and we're not talking about hanging out at Floods downtown. None of that stuff.
I used to drink a lot of Ciroc back in the day.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too.
Spenny used to go to Floods.
We're not talking about December 26th at Floods or any of that stuff. We're not doing it.
Spenny, deny it. You went to Floods.
I can't deny.
He's looking for sisters.
Alicia, can someone ask Terry where he got
the sisters, Terry.
Someone asked Terry where he got his sweatshirt from. Our good friend of the show, Sandy, came through the studio yesterday bearing gifts.
She's in the chat.
She's in the chat.
What? I put on a flannel shirt today, and I said, no, I took it off and put this on.
Yeah, I was going to wear that one tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
That shirt is
I thought
awesome.
you were wearing it Friday, so I thought
I
we
wore
were
last night
staggered.
in my PJs.
Your PJ, so there you go. So everybody just Chuck
and
Brewer.
when we go to the bar in the hood, and Darren's going to be there, and if there's any problems, all you got to do, Darren's just said, I only beat up white guys, so you don't have to worry about me.
Mark Walston. Neal says you can't stop what you can't stop what the people want.
That's true. The people love Black Santa.
They do. Chuck Brewer. Neal, you did say this was a chat-driven show. Yes, but I have the ultimate control over it.
Grimfather.
Yeah, he can shut stuff down.
No, I missed it. Please enlighten me.
He said Black Santa got 12 baby mamas.
I knew it was going there. And one of them was fine.
Yeah.
We're talking Red Wings and what happened last night with Ryan Reaves and Filip Hronek. And D-Mac, I did want to pose the question to you, and you've heard me make this point before. Because what I saw on Twitter right away was the Wings need the whole enforcer card came back into play.
That's been played
it's
out
dead
for
and
30
gone,
years.
guys. Ryan Reaves, and D-Mac, you said this. Ryan Reaves is great at what he does. He felt like a WWE heel when he did the flex, skating over to the penalty box after the fight. He had that heel feel to it, but he can skate.
Well, that's the whole thing. All these guys that can skate, that's the new NHL. You have to be able to keep up with the pace, and then you can play. And, that's the effectiveness, and that's why you have a guy, and there's only, few and far between, but that physical presence. And somebody said in the chat thread that, the league needs to implement penalties for headshots and stuff. I thought 5 years ago or whatever that they already had. That's my problem. I thought it was already in place.
It's in place, but the other key is, do you enforce it?
Well, that's the whole thing, and it's just the inconsistency.
But those days are gone, D-Mac, especially with the Red Wings. And I would contend that the Red Wings, if anybody in the NHL can't afford the roster spot for that, this is a team that's dying to score a goal right
That's
now.
why it's team toughness. That was always a knock against us. We weren't tough enough. We were too European. We were back in the day, but we weren't tough like Ryan Reaves heavyweight stuff. But we stuck together, and that's what you're going to have to see more of this team. Yeah, it would be nice to have one of those when you have the luxury of being a good team. That'll be a luxury addition.
Darren,
when you finally have
your team had so many. They can't do this because of that. The first one was, they can't win a cup because the Russian Five cares more about winning a gold medal than winning the Stanley Cup. That was thrown out. Then it was, they can't win a cup because they don't have an enforcer. That was thrown out. Then it was, their main fighter, Darren McCarty, is a middleweight. He's not a heavyweight. That was thrown out, the whole thing. So, every team, it seems like, is doubted by somebody, even a team that was a semi-dynasty.
But you're going to have that come in. Like, you look at what happened before things were made, right? If this becomes an issue where teams are running your team out of it, then Stevie's going to have to address it, much like when we played Chicago back in 96, 7, or whatever, when Joey came back to the team, right? Because Proby was running around Chicago to handle that. So I don't know if the game has changed the way that, but it's the bottom line is team toughness.
And D-Mac, look, because people they don't listen when I say it, but they listen to you when you say it, and I get I get the why on that. But reiterate this point for me, D-Mac. The days of the enforcer taking up a roster spot are over. So just stop with the tweets about it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, they've been over for 6, 7, 8 years, but there is guys out there that are tough as nails that can skate and be effective. You look at what makes a guy like Tom Wilson, even though he's hurt right now in Washington, so effective? He plays first-line minutes with Ovechkin, and yeah, he's the older school enforcer or somebody that played the game hard like I did. You got to be able to play. So it's more the sandpaper. And you know what? Here's the thing, too, right? Toughness isn't like being able to fight somebody. It's being able to do. You know what was tough last night? That answered the bell that isn't talked about a lot? Look at the way Mo Sider throwing his body around, right? No matter what it is, being effective. And I thought low-key last night, the defense mix-up and putting Wallman with Mo Sider, I think you have something different there. I like it spread out so that you're not putting your eggs in one basket. You put Sherratt like he was out there with Lindstrom so that, he can stand up. But it's a team toughness thing, and your good players, even though they don't fight, they have to be mentally tough. And here's the thing, too, right? If I'm in that locker room today, right after I make sure Philip Baronek, he's all right and everything like that, we're having a conversation, bro. Don't put yourself in that spot again, because you're putting me in a bad spot. Yeah. Right? You also did that. There's a way of doing that, too. I got your back, right? But it's sort of that's where team toughness comes in.
What about this? I'll offer this for the people. With Ryan Reaves, how about we cut Nedeljkovic and take that buyout and spend it on Ryan Reaves about 1.8.
I would love to have Ryan Reaves on this team.
Well, $1.8 million. Ryan Reaves is, and I'm laughing at that. Obviously, that's kind of a joke. But D-Max, see, here's the quandary, right? Do you want Ryan Reaves at $1.8 million, or do you want Michael Rasmussen at $1.5? What's going to help your team more?
Rasmussen.
It's cut and dry.
Yeah. Right. So
that's all I got for you guys.
Like
I'm
if
sorry.
you can get a guy that plays like that, and congrats to Reeves, but you can get that guy for $750, $800 to $1 million. That's your guy that can play. There's a guy in Philly called Nick Delorier. I love him. He was an NM. He's tough, lefty, but he can skate, right? So he can play. He's not going to get you too many points, but you don't need that. You just need a guy that's going to be tough up and down the wall, playing those fourth line minutes, taking care of his own end. Be a plus player. That's so much more important. And there's an importance, too, when you look over at that bench, right? And there's a comfortability that Minnesota has in their top players, right? There's two ways to go about it last night, right? If they weren't going to call that, then you start running and chopping their top guys, and you make it one of these battles.
See, but they were trying to get back in the game, though. Like that, the circumstances didn't allow for that. They were trying to get back in the game.
So the second... Or the two ways to deal with it is then Sherratt answers the bell, whatever, but you're still in the hockey game, right? So, but if you're a Minnesota Wild player, how big are you? How big's Kirill Kaprizov? 6 foot, 5'10", 5'11". He's 6'4" with Reeves in the lineup and Foligno and stuff. That's what the guy's just being on the bench. And I know that because when I had Joey Kosher behind me, I was fearless. When I had Proby behind me, I was fearless. I'll let any enforcer beat me up when I got those guys there.
But when you're behind in a game, what's the top priority?
Getting back in the game.
Getting back at somebody?
Which they could, which they had the opportunity to because the backup goaltender didn't go nuclear and give up 5 goals in 2 periods.
But it was a close game. You got to pick your shot. You want to answer the bell right away or pick your spots. But because winning the game is as important getting those points.
And it certainly was.
What's that?
And it was. In that spot.
According to Neal, if net was in net, you may as well go kick some ass because he's going to give up 8 goals anyway.
You know
You're
what?
not going to win.
You're right. Maybe we gave up on Ned one game too early because you'd have been down 7-1 at that point.
Right.
So then you could have went in there and just said, hey, let's go deal with these guys. Let's make our own runs. We got a big bog project here that we need to come back on. So, hey.
And if Ned gets into a fight and breaks his hand, whoops, so be it.
So be it. There you go.
I was looking at that Tonka truck. You know what it reminded me of?
Alta.
You know why? Because that Alta uptime matters. Alta equipment, just like that, has everything you need to get the job done. Like a bog project, outdoor work, whatever you need, Alta Rent. They got you covered. So give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at FoalingWarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. How about Brent Brennan saying, I love Big D Energy?
Yeah, that was great.
That was pretty dope.
We got him to the bowl game. I hope so. I hope so. 1-0.
If you missed our conversation with San Jose State football coach Brent Brennan, you can go back on our YouTube channel, certainly the podcast as well, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast. If some of you missed our holiday discussion earlier, feel free to tap into that as well.
That was amazing.
You know what we're going to do next year?
What, Terry?
Black Thanksgiving.
Hey, Black Thanksgiving sounds great to me.
I'd mess with Black Thanksgiving. They're 1,000,000%. Let's talk a little hoops, man. It's time for Spenny's Starting 5. That's right, 5 basketball-related questions. Spencer Raxter, the floor is yours.
All right, number one we got here. We saw the Pistons actually pull it out last night. Big performance. Put up 141 in a win over the Charlotte Hornets, spoiling LaMelo Ball's return. Killian Hayes, the bane of Sam Flannel's existence, has been balling lately, and in the overtime win, he went for 25, 8 and 7 on 5 of 11 from the three-point line. Is Killian Hayes proving that he can be a legitimate factor in the NBA?
Killian Hayes is like the Detroit Lions, where he was 1-6 and dead in the water like the Lions. He was looking
really bad.
It was bad, and he has had a resurgence. And I guess,
Neal, let me correct you on something. Killian Hayes was like the Detroit Lions, but he was 1-32. That's how many shots he made out of every 32 attempts.
And Terry, I guess, can he be an NBA difference maker?
Is he for real?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Terry, have you ever seen a turnaround like this before?
Never, because I've never seen anyone keep a job in the NBA by shooting 15% from the field.
Yeah, but you weren't a 7th overall pick, and does Bogdanovich have anything to do with it? The guys that had added or whatever? Because here, Sam Flannel, he doesn't think so. I saw his.
Let's welcome in Sam Flannel to the starting 5 right here, because you're uniquely qualified to speak on this, and everyone wants to hear your opinion.
I mean, Killian Hayes has played a lot better. He had obviously a terrible, historically bad start to the season, and he's played a lot better. Last night he had a great game. He had a great game against Dallas. I guess my issue with Killian Hayes is sort of the cult following he has gained for not doing a whole lot, because after all that resurgence, that Detroit Lions-like resurgence from 1-6 to 6-7, his season averages are still 8.7 points, 2.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists on 37.8% from the floor and 34.4% from three. In year 3, those numbers tell me that he is still a bust and he needs to do it more and more
So what?
consistently.
Then I'll say, what's the line? What's the line? What line does he have to achieve for you to believe?
He's got to hit 40% from the floor for like a whole season. I'm sorry, but anything below that is terrible in the NBA. And I'd like to see him, with the more playing time he's going to get with Cade Cunningham out, maybe average, I don't know, 12, 6, and 7 or something like that on 40%.
That man almost had a triple-double.
He's been averaging like 14 since he got the starting lineup.
Maybe don't have the worst start in NBA history. How about that, Killian Hayes? Maybe don't do that next year.
Okay, but we're past that now.
But can he be? Your question was, can he be a difference maker? The answer is no. But can he be a stabilizing force off the bench? Yes. Can he be a little bit below what Vinnie Johnson was for the Pistons? Yes, he can be that.
I don't know, man. It's just an NBA difference maker. Now you start talking about a star. I mean, that's aggressive.
He can't be a difference maker.
Yeah.
But he can be a productive member of the Detroit Pistons.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jake Wagoner says Flannel Sam thinks Black Santa brought Ben Wallace his Hall of Fame induction.
I mean, Black Santa couldn't handle like a 36-pound girl on his lap, so that's not good enough. He's got to get better at that.
All right.
All right.
At the shooting guard.
At the shooting guard position, speaking of shooting, is Bojan Bogdanovic the best pure three-point shooter that the Pistons have ever seen?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and here's why, right? And you can be, you can
Kelly Tripucka.
You can get granular with numbers and stuff like that. Every time that Bojan Bogdanovic shoots a three-point shot, I think it's going in.
It's going in, yeah.
Every single time. So that's good enough for me, T-Mac.
That form's phenomenal. I think it is too. Like that's the one guy who's been putting the points up. But yeah, if you want the ball in his hand, it's him. I don't know if he's the best. I'd defer to Terry on that, but he's damn good.
No, he definitely is the best ever. It's not even close.
Listen to this man. He was in the Pistons 30 for 30, by the way.
I was, and I was wearing very aggressive jeans in that.
You were. You were.
I thought the best three-point shooter in Pistons history before him was Bill Laimbeer. When Bill Laimbeer rose to take a three-point shot, I always thought it was going to go in. Of course, it didn't always go in, but you thought that. When Bogdanovic, when he goes up, this shot is good. When somebody else takes a shot, it's like, hope it goes in, hope it's even close. No, he is the best in Pistons history.
All right.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, by the way, 71% of you say yes, Killian Hayes can be an NBA difference maker. All right, small forward.
All right, small forward position, a little bit bigger than a small forward, but Jalen Duren, I'm saying, is already a better rebounder than what Andre Drummond was, because he's more impactful and he's doing it at a younger age. Can he dethrone Dennis Rodman as the best rebounder in Pistons history?
He'll never get that run because of the size, because of Rodman's size.
Yeah.
He was so outsized doing it. It was all hard. It was all want to. So Duren, I don't think we'll ever get that.
19 last night.
Yeah. No, I don't think he'll ever get that credit. You know what I'm saying? Just because Rodman was so small. But Jalen Duren's special.
Yes, he is.
Special. You know what? And you know what I want real quick, and this is kind of, salary cap geeky stuff, is if somehow Weaver could swing a trade with the Knicks and get that first-round pick back that we sent over there, maybe take D Rose or something, take their cast off.
They want to get Evan Fournier out of there.
Yeah, and they need a dance partner to help it happen.
For sure.
Then, in theory, Weaver would have gotten Jalen Duren for renting cap space. For nothing.
Yeah.
For renting, it would be the all-time NBA GM. This guy is going to be a star.
I agree.
A star, D-Man.
But can he become Dennis Rodman? That's absolutely no.
Right.
Dennis Rodman got rebounds that he shouldn't have. Durham, he's doing a great job, but if it's in the vicinity, he's going to get it. Dennis used to have teammates shoot balls and miss them deliberately, so he knew where the ball was going to go. So he was studying where to get rebounds. And plus, he was probably the most active Piston that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think Darren's going to develop into more. than what Rodman was as an overall game too. So you're
I
not
agree.
going to look. You're going to see flashes of, oh, remember Dennis did that, but I don't think you can. To go better than is tough.
Dennis Rodman was never going to
Specialization.
develop a mid-range game.
Yeah.
Duren can. Yeah, he could be more versatile.
I agree.
Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Chief says Andre Drummond averaged 13 rebounds a game his rookie season. It's not even close. You got to look at the usage, though, Chief. Like
Yeah,
literally.
but his
Chief.
rebounds are put it up, miss, catch it, put it up, miss, catch it, put it up, miss, catch it, put it up, miss. So he's got 2 points and 4 rebounds.
I mean, to say Duren's already a better rebounder than Drummond. I mean, Drummond led the. I mean, I'm not an Andre Drummond super fan or a slappy or anything, but he led the NBA in rebounds 4 times, and Jalen Duren has 7.7 in his rookie season.
Andre Drummond averaged 7.6 rebounds his rookie year.
I know, but like.
Jalen Duren starting in the NBA right now. If he got starter minutes every game for the rest of the
Double
year,
figures, no
he'd
doubt.
average over 11 and a half easily.
Double figures, no doubt.
Now,
All
this
right.
town never liked Andre Drummond.
Yeah, because he's soft.
So, yeah, he was soft, but he'd also get you 19, 21 rebounds. And you know what we said? So?
Yeah, it was meaningless.
Power forward spot.
All right. And I just want to say, my dad showed me when I was growing up highlights of the bad boys of the Russian Five, of Barry Sanders and everything, and the way Dennis Rodman just used to tip the ball. If he couldn't get the rebound, he'd just tip it up and then tip it up again, and he'd eventually outjump people. It
was relentless.
Yeah, that is what was wild to me. But 4 spot, is Jason Tatum running away with the NBA MVP? He's the best player on the best team in the NBA.
And like my instinct says no.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be Jason Tatum. He's not going to be the MVP of the league. But Spenny, I was running at Planet Fitness. I was running at Planet Fitness this morning, and they popped up the NBA championship odds because Steph Curry hurt his shoulder or something like that last night. And like Boston was 3-1, like a clear-cut favorite to win the NBA title. So yeah. Instinctually, I want to say no, that it's not it can never be Jason Tatum. But he is. He is. I'm telling you, Spenny, this year, somebody like Cleveland could win the NBA championship.
Yeah.
It is wide TF open. But,
and Tatum cooked LeBron for the game winner in overtime in their last game.
And that goes a long way, D-Mac, when you have that signature moment.
Yeah.
No, it absolutely does. Too early to tell, but like you said, Neal, it's up for grabs. And Boston, what you like is you tried to figure out could their two best players figure out a way to coexist. They're figuring it out. So I'll say no, just because there's too many other great guys, and you have guys named Luka, Nikola, Giannis.
I keep forgetting about that.
You know, like you forget who else is there. So it's a good story, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna say no.
I take that back.
Jokic is heating up too. His past 3 games, I think he's at 30-point triple doubles in all of them.
But
they're not going to let him win it again. I am baffled why Luka Doncic hasn't been more of a factor in the MVP voting. At some point, he's going to win an MVP. Will it be this year? Could be. Don't know. Next year? But he's going to win it. One of these trophies is the Michael Jordan MVP trophy is reserved for him.
All right. I love it.
At
Yeah,
the center
it is.
spot.
That's a good point there, because the new MVP design is the Michael Jordan MVP,
Right.
and it looks pretty sweet. But next up, final spot, center spot, at the 5. Will Kevin Durant win another championship as a number 1 option?
Not if Kyrie's there. You ain't winning with him.
He's a cancer.
100%.
Yeah.
You ain't winning with him. Although it's weird because Cleveland won that chip because of Kyrie.
Yes.
He's the one that made the shot.
Oh, for sure.
In the moment with everything on the line.
That was before COVID.
That was before. COVID did something
I
to
think
that
more
man.
of the question is, would you put money on Durant in Brooklyn when, because there'll probably be, what are the odds going to be? Won't there be longer?
Yeah, I thought I saw they were like 8-1 or 10-1.
What I'm
I got no interest.
So
in it.
I think the question
Me neither.
is, because I agree, but are they one of the teams legitimately did what you just said with a shot to win? Probably. So I'd look at the betting numbers, right? Like if you're going to go Cleveland can win, why can't Brooklyn win? Because, and I don't like Kyrie, right? I don't think they can win because of Kyrie, but he's done it, Neal.
He has.
So
before COVID. There's so much going on with them. I don't look at them as a factor in winning the NBA
So the
title.
Earth was flat before COVID, and now COVID, it's round again, and now
I lost track.
No, it's flat. And because some people
Still
want
flat?
to see him pushed off the end of the earth.
Okay.
I lost track. Hey, the sports marketing agency They can help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast is called This is the S Word. Helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you're struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Be a friend if you know someone who's struggling. Go to thesportsma.com, the sports marketing agency. They're here to help.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Akuta gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. We are collecting new unwrapped toys and stuffing our studio so we can hardly fit in it. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio located off of 15 Mile and Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe.
Tifa, final segment of the show, Big D Energy.
You know, I'm really proud of you.
Why?
We talked about Black Santa and cognac and bunions and all kinds of stuff, and you kept your job.
So far.
One more segment.
I know, it's mercifully, it's short. I have to get past.
Mercifully short.
I have to get past ones like this that say, Blanda needs a big-ass belt buckle like T-Foss had in the Bad Boys 30 for 30. Did you have a big-ass belt buckle on?
No, I didn't have a big belt buckle, but I had stitching in my crotch shaped like a 4.
Okay.
That's how many championships the Pistons should have won.
Yeah, there you
All right,
go.
since we talked about basketball, I do have a question for Spenmo.
Yes.
Who was part of the Jaden Ivey contingent.
I am.
Those shooting numbers, man. You peep those lately?
Yeah, they're going down. Not looking so hot.
Who's having a better rookie year right now? Jalen Duren or Jaden Ivey?
That's tough.
I'm enthralled. I'm enthralled with Jalen Duren.
Ivy has to do
Ivy has to do a lot more. Yeah.
I think that the more pressure's on Ivy. I think that the way that they're using Duren, easing him in until next year, where you be the starter and take over all the minutes. So I mean, it's the perfect timing, isn't it? Like it's as far as if your top guy and K goes out, you start the season like sucking. Well, guess what? Hey, Killian. Okay, let me see a little bit more.
Yeah.
Jaden, but do you think that he's going to find it and bounce out? And I think that maybe it has to do with playing in the NBA for the first year, the travel, the schedule, all this stuff, is that these kids get tired, man.
For sure.
And it's a mental tiredness.
By far the most games he's played in his life already. Already to this point, and they're not even halfway through the season.
Without K Cunningham, there's going to be a point where they lose like 19 in a row or something stupid like that.
Got the road win yesterday, though.
Get sick for Vic.
Get sick for Vic, yeah.
Right, and Vic's going to be here.
Gotta
learn how to pronounce his last name.
Wembenyama. Wanna bang your mama. Like Black Santa.
Bang your mama, whatever it is.
We're done here. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jan says, great show. Have an awesome day, everybody. Thanks for the laughs. Yeah, it was great.
And we were sober today. How about that?
Yeah.
Mike G says, Terry, we covered so much ground today. Black Santa is the best.
Bam.
Bam.
Tomorrow.
Needs to put some weight on. That's Terry's critique.
Tomorrow is wall-to-wall football. We're going deep into Lions Jets. I have a critical Michigan question for the Michigan folks that we're going to get to. So Sam Flannel will take the stand as well, dealing with the transfer portal and all of that. Everybody, thank you for participating.
Deuces.
Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.
Deuces.